G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So, let's talk about Origin. And while I'm absolutely stoked this morning, Queensland got the win. I'm over the moon. I'm so happy. But I just want to talk about Origin in general and how good of a game last night was. So, while a lot of people are saying that the Blues got robbed, I personally look, and it could be a biased take, but I don't think it is. I think both teams had some pretty bad calls called towards them and against them. So the Blues, obviously, there's a few forward passes that they made that didn't get called. Same with Queensland. There's a lot of calls that you'd see get called in the NRL that they didn't in State of Origin, which I'm happy for. But yeah, look, it was a great game. Probably one of the highest intensity games of State of Origin I've ever watched. It was very good from start to finish. I was on the edge of my seat. It was amazing football. I absolutely loved it. Queensland ended up getting the win at 16-10, but boy oh boy was it fun to watch. Now let's talk about some pointers I've written down about last night's game. Starting off, Cameron Munster, and the question I've got for a lot of people, is he the best player in the NRL at the moment? Personally, I think as of 2022, or just this season, he's taken over Nathan Cleary. Last night, he just proved on the big stage he can be better than anyone. He was amazing, by far the best player on ground, and deserved the man of the match award. He had 2 steals, one at a very crucial moment. He got an intercept. He broke the line so many times. He looked dangerous, mainly in the second half. The first half, he wasn't all that dangerous, but the second half looked like a completely different player and by far our best player of the night. Another player I do want to talk about, and he cops a lot of hate, and that is Daly Cherry Evans. Now, at Manly, Daly Cherry Evans has been amazing. While even when Tommy's there, Daly plays very well. He is an elite halfback, and I personally think he gets not underrated, but he gets underestimated. Not underestimated. What am I looking for? He's, I'd say, underestimated. Like, people underestimate the value he brings to Manly. I personally think he's one of the best halves that we've got in the competition. If I bring up some stats from DCE, like I'm pretty sure he's in the top 5 for 40-20s. He might even be top 2. He's in a league of his own when it comes to 40-20s. He's very, very good with it. I don't think I can find it on here. But if this bloody phone, I tell you, where are we? I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in kick meters as well. I can't find it, but I'll see if I can just get his stats up so I can at least show you some of them. But honestly, I think he's not underrated, but underestimated. That's my opinion on DCE. I think a lot of people criticize him, you know, but I think he's up there as one of the best halves in the comp. I honestly do. So he's I can't find it. Here we go. Kick meters. So he's averaging 455 kick meters a game. Forced dropouts 13, which I believe is one of the best in the comp. He's even running. He averages nearly 90 meters a game, which for a half is pretty damn good. So yeah, look, I think people just underestimate Daly Cherry Evans and what he brings to a team. Next up, I want to talk about Queensland's debutants. So, Selwyn Cobbo, Ruben Cotter, Paddy Carrigan, and Jeremiah Nanai. All these players played phenomenally last night. I think that's a word, phenomenally. I just can't pronounce it properly. They all played exceptional football last night. Selwyn Cobbo was brilliant on the wing, set up a try for Dane Gagai. He can barely fault Cobbo. Ruben Cotter, amazing. Played 80 minutes, made 53 tackles. He was a workhorse last night and definitely deserved to be in the conversation for man of the match. Paddy Carrigan, when he came on, the momentum shifted in Queensland's favour. He was amazing off the bench. And then finally, Jeremiah Nanai came on for a short stint. He got injured and then he came back on, and I couldn't fault him either last night. I thought he was brilliant. So shout out to the Queensland debutants. They were all amazing last night. I'm just proud of Queensland. Sorry, my bloody nose is all sniffly, so hopefully some water might be able to fix it. Flick back. All right, now, while I'm talking about a lot of Queenslanders, there are 3 Blues I want to talk about, because while they were the losing team, I personally had 3 Blues that I thought were amazing last night. Jack Whiten was one, played out of position, was brilliant in the centres. I know he's played there before, but he hasn't played a minute in the centres for the Raiders this year. To come in, expected to do a role he hasn't been used to this year at the top level is just brilliant. So credit to him. He was amazing, scored an awesome try, and he was a workhorse as well, was trying his best to keep the Blues in it. James Tedesco, another player that just, you can't fault him. He doesn't have a bad game. Regardless of the result, he is always that team's best player. And I think I'm pretty confident to say James Tedesco was the Blues' best player last night. And then finally, Brian To'o, another player that ran for well over 200 meters. Another workhorse. He wanted to get work in. He wanted to dig in. He wanted to have a crack, and you can't take that away from him. He was brilliant. So I guess, these players playing at the level they are, they played consistently well last night. That's something that New South Wales can take forward to Game 2 and look forward to. I guess another thing New South Wales can look forward to is Latrell Mitchell returning. I think that'll be a huge inclusion for them. How I think they work it, I think Katoni Staggs is probably going to miss Game 2 anyway. I don't see Stephen Crichton starting. I'd say Latrell Mitchell slots into that other centre spot with Jack Whiten keeping his position in the centres. So, very, very fun game last night. Super energetic, super close, super intense. I loved it. I think pretty much everyone watching it liked it. Some bad calls at times, but overall I thought the officiating was pretty good. But yeah, there's always going to be bad calls, and I would rather the ref make some bad calls than than rely on the bunker too much. So credit to the ref. He was good last night, or as good as he could be, I guess. But I really enjoyed last night's footy. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you agree with my takes or do you disagree? I'd love to hear from you guys, but that is going to wrap it up from me. Also, let me know about your thoughts on Cherry Evans. Do you agree with me on that one? That's one I really want to know. But yes, guys, that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.